It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
Ready?
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Jaguars at 6-4 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has them to the 37 here for first and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down, Steelers.
Down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Pickett sets up play action. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Off play action. Pickett. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Going for it with Sanders. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. Try and run this one right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Collectively, great defense. It takes all 11, especially down here toward the goal line.
The call comes in, and the call essentially says all 11 have to make a play here. You have to show toughness. We just saw it there.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go. Hey, keep it.
Lawrence will throw. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays that send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Lawrence. For the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It's a throw again as Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So Charles there on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Pickett back to throw. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Pickett. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. I've worked with you long enough now to know you like that decision. Go safe, pressure coming, hit your guy underneath.
It's an excellent decision, but he knew it came with consequences, and that's him getting hit on the play, but able to dump it to his running back and gain some yardage. I liked everything about it, especially his ability to stay in the pocket and execute. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Rock it.
Here's Lawrence. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be... And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That goes for a gain of 31. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Pickett going to keep it himself. And he is going to have the Steelers' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Pickett will look to pass it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Chad Muma. The 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's tough there, starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
Yeah, I was just about to remark how controlled the game they were here in this third quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
Extra point by Gain is up and good, and we are even at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And Brandon, how often do real offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want it in with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And
it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked by Chad Muma. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
And it's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 19-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played. That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Pickett. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Pickett now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Pickett. His throw incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Pickett right back to the air again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here, the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention. Adjusting their route, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Hey, exit.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5 all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Pickett backed up into his end zone here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. He'll buy some time right. And now here is another interception. The big fella, 20. 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach is off.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gay is on for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right?